presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game. Big Ten champions. Big Ten champs.
National champions, yes.
Oklahoma City bound the Oregon Ducks.
Awesome day to be a Duck, man.
Boom inside. Touchdown Oregon. He gets loose. Fires. Hit. Pops the three. Oh, yeah. It's all Oregon.
This is Duck Insider. Duck Insider.
It's about how to be a group of people that know how to love each other to the absolute fullest.
Pleasure, joy to be with them each and every day. And I can't wait for the future.
It's just fun to be a part of a community that cares, that is passionate, and when we come together, powerful things can happen.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
Good morning! We're getting ready to head to New Jersey. Jerry Allen, Mike Jorgensen here. I'm Joey Mack. Scott Phillips, of course, along for the ride. And Jerry has already got a yellow flag and a red flag ready for such occasions. Who will you
They only get thrown it that way.
Yeah, who will you throw it at first?
Oh, and they're all going to Scott.
Okay.
They're all going to Scott. Yep.
Good.
He doesn't deserve it, but I.
Okay. That's debatable.
The other day he did.
Yeah.
He earned it.
Doing the show a little early for those of you who are live with us because we got a plane to catch to Piscataway. What do y'all know about Piscataway?
It's in New Jersey.
Yep.
It's close to New York.
Rutgers is there.
It is. How do you spell it?
That's what we've got.
I
can't spell it.
Piscataway or Rutgers?
I can spell Rutgers. I can spell Rutgers.
P-I-S. I do one, but not the other. P-I-S-C-A-T-A-W-A-Y.
That's right.
Piscataway.
Hey, a chance for a bounce back this week, though, right? I mean, I got to tell you, it's fortunate for us to be able to be around practice, right? And I feel like, and Coach Lanning said as much on Wednesday, I think that Oregon responded the way that a coaching staff would want a team to respond after a loss. Any loss. Doesn't matter if it's top 10, whoever. I feel like Oregon has attacked it this week.
No, when I talked with him yesterday, he said the same thing. I said, what was your message? And he said the message was, to get it together, learn from your mistakes, and move forward and do it with some vinegar. And he said, I said, how'd they respond? He said, I'm really happy with the way they came out with energy. They came out with positivity. They learned from the mistakes, and they're going to move forward. And the beauty of, if there is a benefit to losing a game, is losing it in the middle of the season when everything's still in front of you. You can correct the mistakes that you've seen and move forward and move on. Penn State didn't do that.
Point.
Oregon's got a great chance to do that.
Yeah, it's a great point, Jerry. I didn't really think about it that way, and because what I'm thinking about when I sit there and look at what happened last week with Indiana is Oregon didn't play their best game, and they played against one of the top 3 teams, frankly, I think, in the country, regardless of the outcome of that game. Indiana's a really good team, much better than last year, well coached.
Well, just look at the extension Kurt Signetti.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there, but thanks for going there. So, you're right. But it's one of those ones where they didn't play their best game. I think the other thing that's an advantage, along with the energy that they've come back out and knowing the focus they have to have, is there's a really good example that they've been able to see happen that they were part of, with Penn State losing a close one at home against a top 10 team and then having to travel clear across the country the following week to play a team that you're supposed to beat, in that particular case, and with UCLA, who was winless at the time, and it didn't go so well. There were a lot of things that played into that, and it didn't look like they were prepared. I think this team is going to be prepared to get after it, to learn from last week. I just think it's a different type of group in the first place anyway that's going to be prepared to play a tough Rutgers team.
You use the phrase vinegar, right?
Yeah.
I liked that description this week, Jerry, to pull an analogy, because you do kind of want to have that vinegar taste in your mouth, right, after a loss like that, and then oftentimes that can translate in a positive manner. You brought up Penn State, right? That's the most recent example of a loss can tumble, right? You can build up the snow as you roll down the hill, right? Well, the hope is that Oregon smacked into a tree, that snowball burst apart, and now it's just a whole new season. You're ready to climb the hill again, right? I mean, I think that Oregon has that mentality, and it struck me this week that there were so many questions about Indiana and how you respond. Right, and certainly valid, right? The first time this team has dealt with a loss this year. But the fact is that every time At every point, players, coaches brought up, well, that's why you talk about connection. That's why you have the culture that the Ducks have. That stuck out to me. I don't think that's just coach speak. When everybody is saying that with different examples of the connection that this team has and the resilience, you're going to face adversity. They're facing it now.
Yeah, and they're doing it. People have forgotten this. We're going into this season. The talk was, well, this is a young Oregon team. I had some people in some interviews say, you guys kind of a year away. You think it'll be pretty good this year, but how about next year? And I said, well, I can't even talk about next year, this year. But you forget, this is a very young Oregon team. Indiana was a very veteran team. Right. So you had a team that was really maybe a step ahead as far as experience and going on the road and understanding games like this. I thought Indiana was just a little more prepared than a younger Oregon team. So I think that loss, as I just said, helped teach a younger team what it's like when you don't get totally ready for a football game.
They most certainly had veterans in the right spots on the team.
Oh, boy, did they ever.
Along with a new quarterback that's pretty darn good
Yeah.
as well. So it's a great combination that Indiana has. And again, Oregon's a young team. But it's what you do this week.
Yep.
Now, everything that's happened in the past and how they got to where they've gotten to has to disappear, and it's Rutgers that they've got to focus on, and Rutgers has been tough on everybody, at least for a first half, and some of them all the way through the game. So this is not a team that has not played some really high-quality football against high-quality football teams, and so Oregon's going to have to be ready to go against a Rutgers team, and again, traveling clear across the country, not hearing those guys talk about that. I mean, it is what it is type of situation, but you got to be ready. You got to be ready for this one, not what's happened in the past.
Well, and to the Rutgers point, I'm glad that you brought that up because Drew Maringer mentioned this on the Coach's Show. He was great, by the way. If you missed Drew Maringer on the Coach's Show, go to Ducks YouTube, look for the Coach's Show this week, the Oregon Football social media channels, wherever you get your podcast. I thought it was great hearing from Coach Maringer this week. One of the things he brought up is that Rutgers has either been tied or leading at halftime in every game this season. Now, I realize you're sitting here going, well, yeah, but Joey, Rutgers is on a 3-game losing streak. Well, that's against an Iowa team that, I mean, that game became an absolute shootout by the standard of Iowa and Rutgers, 38-28, right? At Minnesota, back-to-back road games for Rutgers. They lose 31-28. That was a really good football game. Really fun to watch. Yeah. And then at Washington, Damon Williams got going in the second half. Huskies win 38-19. There's an argument,
at half.
And they trailed at half. There's an argument to be made that Rutgers, if plays go a different direction here, and certainly that's true of a lot of teams in the country, but they could be 5-1 with the way they've been in games.
Yeah.
You know, I think Coach Schiano said it. I was listening to Coach Schiano's press conference, head coach for Rutgers, and he said, well, we're playing at a competitive level, not at a championship level. He said Oregon's playing at a championship level. But if you can play at a competitive level with a championship team, you got to be careful when you're going on the road to a good team, I think, like Rutgers.
Yeah, I think one of the keys of the game for me, and we'll talk about the keys, is start fast. You have to start fast against Rutgers. You can't let them start fast because they've shown that if they can score first, which I think they've done. I heard a stat this week that said they've scored the first time they've gotten the ball in every game. They're in it. They start believing it. Once a team starts believing that they can play against you, particularly when they're at home, then it's an uphill battle. So Oregon has got to start fast. They got to 3 and out on Rutgers' first offensive series if you can. Get the ball on offense, at least flip the field, get points if you can the first time. Start fast, Georgie. I think starting fast this week is really going to be important.
Yeah, I think so too, because you've heard Coach Schiano talk this week about physicality and the way that they're playing much more physical, and he would like this to be a slugfest, frankly, if he could. So if you can get the engine revving offensively right off the bat, then it sometimes changes that slugfest mentality into a sprint. You know, and I like Oregon's chances when it comes to a sprint, 100, 200, 400, whatever you want to call it. I like it better that way. So there's a lot of games within the game this week with Rutgers, and again, they're a dangerous team. That's the thing about it, is they're a dangerous team. They're at home. Oregon's going to have to travel there after a disappointing loss, so that makes it that much more dangerous. Take care of business this week and then go on to the next one.
Well, and I think it's interesting, too, to point out that part of what has made Rutgers good is the fact that they're efficient offensively, particularly in the pass game. Right? I mean, 11 touchdowns compared to 3 interceptions, for example, in the pass game. And I think it is a test for Oregon's secondary with the way that Rutgers likes to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those ball games where don't make mistakes early on. When you're on the road, mistakes are magnified. You turn the ball over and you're trying to go in and score. You take away an opportunity against a team that is at home and aggressive and believes. And likewise, if you're going to fumble or turn the ball over, first of all, don't do it deep in your own territory and give an opposition a short field. Key mistakes early in the ball game, Jorgie, are something when you're on the road you don't want to do.
Right, and Oregon's been really good.
Been good
throughout the games.
So is Rutgers, though.
Yeah, and Rutgers has too. And again, Rutgers is not that much different than Indiana in relation to where the key pieces of the puzzle sit with a quarterback and with two good wide receivers, not just one, but two. And that's what Indiana had, is you couldn't focus in on one guy, Surratt being the one of them that was going to be a go-to guy. They had another guy and actually what I would consider a third guy, a nice 1C or 2 type of receiver. They have 1A, 1B, and 2. And Rutgers does too. So you can't just focus on defending one side of the field and one guy and double team them. They've got more than one single receiver and a veteran quarterback not turning it over.
Yeah, and that to me is the key. I think for me a big key here is the turnover battle, because it's two teams that for the most part have taken care of the ball. That was a little bit of an outlier. It was an outlier for Oregon last week, right? That
and they were late.
Margin. They were late, right? That's a big point too. But it's two teams that have won the turnover margin the majority of the time. I think turnovers are a big key for me in this game, and that's part of why I bring up the secondary. Like Brandon Finney's coming off a pick six, Maybe an interception helps quiet that crowd on the road.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be interesting to see, because I think there's going to be a big Oregon contingent there. I think Oregon travels everywhere very, very well, but we've got a big fan base on the East Coast. This is one of the few times this year on the East Coast that they're going to have a chance to see the Ducks. So look for a lot of green. I mean, it's a stadium that seats 50,000.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's going to be just much
decent
like
side. And they show up really well.
Yeah.
And again, the thing that Oregon's got to be on the positive side, guys, that we are not used to seeing. Giving up 6 sacks and all the tackles for loss last week and not getting the sacks and tackles for loss. So this week you've got to flip that script defensively and put more pressure on the quarterback. We saw as fans and obviously as broadcasters what happens to a quarterback when all of a sudden you feel uncomfortable.
That's right.
And that's happened to Dante Moore. That happened to the Oregon Ducks last week. And we got to reverse the script.
Trenches.
Trenches. Got to reverse the script.
Always a huge key, right? I mean, you have to run the ball. So I'm going to just steal that one for you. We can just say that. You have to run the ball. But I think that's a great point. I mean, and here's part of it too, guys. Like this week alone, Oregon's offensive line still very well respected. They're up for the Joe Moore Award again.
Yes.
Best offensive line unit in the country. The Ducks have been nominated. And I know it's like, boy, after a game where you give up 6 sacks and then you're up for this award, but that tells you what they're capable of also. But I think for the offensive line, that's a key in this game.
No, I mean, I know they looked at that video on Sunday. They probably looked at it over and over again, and they take a lot of pride in keeping their quarterback safe and dry. And when it doesn't happen, that hurts. So they've come together. They've talked about that, and that's going to be a point of emphasis this week, and that is not letting the defense get to Dante Moore. And it'll be interesting to see how Rutgers dials up their pressure, because that's one thing Oregon didn't handle last week.
Run the ball.
Takes that
the
pressure away.
Freaking ball,
takes
and
that,
it changes everything.
Takes the pressure
Just
away.
Run the ball.
What do you mean by that? You always say that, but what do you mean?
You know what I mean. That doesn't have to be explained. That changes everything.
He's
right
Mike
there.
Run the Ball Jorgensen, along with Jerry Allen. I'm Joey Mack. Oregon Rutgers 1:30 pregame show for us tomorrow, 3:30 Pacific time. The kickoff. It's also on Big Ten Network. Looking forward to seeing some Duck fans out there. By the way, those of you that do make the trip, we're going to try it out again on the road. GoDucks.com/in-venue audio. You can listen to these two guys in real time, no delay. It's like less than a second. It's really amazing.
Pretty
streaming
cool.
to your phone.
Yeah.
So we're going to test it out at another road venue, GoDucks.com/in-venue audio. Timeout. When we come back, picks.
I had a really bad dream about that last night.
It's a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's
not
a nightmare, right? It's been a nightmare for you lately.
It's beginning to mentally impact me, okay?
Mike Run the Ball Jorgensen.
Okay.
Jerry Pick'em Allen. We're back after this on the Oregon Sports Network. Oh, I'm starting to get cold in the ice bath. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Duck Insider continues from the Country Financial Studios in 1 minute on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been.
It's Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio, along with Jerry Allen and Mike Icebath Jorgensen, ready to make some picks. So you had a bad dream, huh? Nightmares.
It's going to come back and bite you guys one day, okay? All this, ice bath,
He's right,
2 down. It's gonna what goes around is going to come around, but I don't know when.
Maybe next year.
It may not be till I'm 85, but
Look. Make better picks. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey. Maryland had that thing locked up last week.
Throw this flag in,
but they didn't win. That's at the
scoreboard.
end of the day. At the end of the day,
scoreboard. Oh, no.
It's like we're on the field with helmets on. He's on the opposing team going, look at the scoreboard. Oh, God, Maryland had that thing so I took Maryland over Nebraska. That was my chancy. I didn't even think it was a chancy pick. And they led through the whole game until Raiola starts throwing these grenades out of his you-know-what down the field. Guys making catches, and they score at the end to win the game.
Yeah.
Did you see it? I'll show you on the plane some of the video of those throws that he made.
I just want to suggest another name that comes from someone who shall remain nameless unless they tell me I can reveal their name. Mike Karma Jorgensen.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if that's like a karma back to us or a karma for you, but Mike Karma Jorgensen. How about that?
All my yapping and everything else.
I liked Mike Run the Ball Jorgensen.
Yeah, I like.
I think we're going to change your nickname to Run the Ball.
But I think the karma thing, we need to get going the caramel and caramel thing again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, caramel.
They're two different things. Caramel and caramel are different things.
How? Just because one is runnier than the other? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's how they're made.
But if the caramel is allowed to harden, it's a caramel, right?
I think so. I can't remember.
It's just one is heated up and the other one isn't. That's basically the difference.
I'll throw my flag at him. You throw your flag at him. Okay.
Here's the deal.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, we've done this before.
What? Are you going to ask AI?
So caramel is the correct spelling for the sweet burnt sugar confection. Carmel is a proper noun for a name or place such as Carmel, California. How about that? I forgot to even
So it's
bring that up.
caramel is what it's supposed to be.
The proper spelling
Whether
is...
it's in a square or whether it's
I don't care
drizzled
about the
over
spelling.
ice cream.
I want the pronunciation, not the spelling.
Okay. Etymology.
So why is it now called caramel?
The coin's going first, all right? The coin's
So it
going
should be
first.
called caramel corn.
So heads, it's caramel. Tails, it's caramel.
No.
We lost the coin already.
Yeah.
Look.
Scott? I know. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
During the next break, we're all going to do a little bit of a Google search and see what we find.
I'm telling you, they're different things. We've been through this. We did this on the Coaches Show like a decade ago.
I know, but we're coming back to it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go there with our picks
is that,
and then wait till
is
the
that
next break.
the what goes around comes around?
No.
This just comes back around?
Well,
It's like rain and wet rain. They're both the same, but they're different.
yeah.
There have been 2 times since I've been working with you guys where I have been laughing so hard that I cannot continue on the air. And a very wet rain was one of them.
I'm getting the phone out.
Okay.
Not to interrupt our picks. I mean, go ahead and go with
to
them.
remind
I'll
you,
just give you a name.
I'm telling you, they are 2 different things. Remember, we talked about this.
Just remember, it'll clean you up. We need to get the picks. Before we
somehow,
get in trouble.
somehow this seems more important.
And I had to get rid of my AI app,
Generally,
so I can't
caramel is defined as a chewy light brown candy made from butter, sugar, and milk or cream. This is according to
But you're saying,
Grammarly.com. by the way.
does it say caramel?
Yeah, it's spelled Caramel. Chewy light brown candy. Sugar, butter, milk, cream. But then a caramel, so Carmel is how it would be pronounced in California, is a proper noun, a beach town, known as Carmel by the Sea. Now, you could say caramel and caramel are not different spellings of the same word.
I'm confused.
So caramel is the proper spelling, but then it becomes, to your point, Jerry, what's the proper pronunciation?
Yes.
And that often has to do with the regional diction. But they are 2 different things.
Spelled 2 different ways.
Correct.
I was just trying to think what he said just before that.
No, I kind of lost a little bit in translation.
They're 2 different spellings
So
of the same word.
one's a proper noun, and one is the candy. Right? Isn't that what I said? Yes. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, what he said.
What are we doing here?
What he said.
Both pronunciations are
Oh,
considered.
I thought Sarge just came in when I heard Go Ducks. I thought
Both
Sarge.
pronunciations are considered correct, but regional differences exist.
For the candy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm just sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, why did we go back to this? Tonight, 5 o'clock.
Okay, here we go.
Nebraska visits Minnesota. Number
Ooh.
25 Nebraska now,
That's a
sitting
tough
at
one.
5-1 and 2-1 in Big Ten play. Minnesota's 4-2, 2-1 in Big Ten play. So far, fellas, Jerry and I are tied for first place after a 5-3 week.
Oh.
The coin went 6-2.
Wow.
Way to go,
Good
coin.
How about that?
Way to go. And
Probably above 500 now.
And look, the coin is at 52%.
Wow.
Coin's at 52%.
Isn't that amazing?
And the coin this week did better than Dusty Hera did in place as of the coin 2 weeks ago.
Wow. That's why Dusty's not here this morning.
That's why Dusty's not here this morning. Dusty's honestly on his way to Eugene. He's probably listening to us right now, yelling at his radio. All right, so the coin picks first. So, guys, this is interesting. How does the coin defer?
Heads or tails.
So
we can pick the game, and then it just has to go heads or tails. Do I defer, don't I? Heads,
coin
I defer,
says it will
tails, I
not
don't.
defer.
It will not defer at all?
Defer, no.
Okay. So, I mean, Jerry has been nominated as the voice of the coin. It's true. You've been the coin.
I have been the coin for a long time.
All right. So, Jerry and I then, let's see, I will pick second. Jerry will pick third. Jorgie gets a chance to claw his way back after a 4-4 week.
Ooh, it's a good position to be in. If we're picking ahead of you,
yeah,
that's a good position to be in.
It's not bad.
Because there's some tough games this week.
Tough games this week. All right. So tonight, the coin. Nebraska, Minnesota. Coin? Good flip.
Tails.
Good flip.
The visitor, which
Tails.
would be Nebraska.
The visitor is Nebraska. The visitor is, in fact, Nebraska. I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think it's kind of I've said this for Minnesota a couple times. I feel like the last couple years we've been picking Big Ten games. Like, this is a prove-it game for Minnesota. You win this game, I think Minnesota's probably a top 25 team. They'd be 3-1 in conference. They'd be 5-2 overall. I'm a little surprised to see that Nebraska is favored by a touchdown on the road. Now, Nebraska's only loss is by 3 points against a Michigan team where I think a lot of Nebraska fans would say, hey, the Huskers should have won that game. Meanwhile, Minnesota just beat Purdue by 7 after getting smoked by Ohio State. I feel like Nebraska is a better team. I'm going with Nebraska. Wouldn't surprise me if Minnesota pulls the upset, and that'd be a huge win for Minnesota. But I'm going to take the Huskers.
Okay, I'm not gonna disagree with you a lot. Minnesota cannot run the ball. Their pass D is not very good. That both plays into Nebraska. Rialto's going to throw the ball all over the field. That's what they do, and they can defend the pass pretty well. So I don't think Minnesota's going to score a lot. I think Nebraska is. So I think that one touchdown pick for Nebraska is pretty good.
So you're picking Nebraska?
So I'm picking Nebraska.
Okay. I'll go with Nebraska too.
Yeah. Well, I thought you might.
That's
boring. I wanted to.
Okay.
But I can't.
That's boring. Coward.
Well, I tell you, Purdue had Minnesota on the ropes.
Last
week.
Yeah.
They scored back-to-back touchdowns on a nice offensive drive, then a pick six, and all of a sudden 7-point deficit, 7-point win.
Right.
So, nope, I'm taking Nebraska.
All right. That's our first pick. We're going to get a timeout because we talked about candy. It happens. Also, I got asked to bring back the candy bracket.
I was just going to ask you that. That's a great idea.
I got asked to bring back the candy bracket. How about that? All right. Maybe we'll get to that. Stick with us. More picks coming. Ducks at Rutgers. More preview after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
More Duck Insider from the Country Financial Studios after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much, I once used a tube to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio, along with Jerry and Jorgie. The coin, are you going to spin the coin now? Is that legal?
That's not a bad idea.
You could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I like the spin.
I did, too.
It's not a bad way to do it.
Wow. Okay. Let's try that.
We could try it. Yeah, we're allowed
Maybe
to
we
do
can
that.
get Ryan to do that next time.
With his index finger?
Better than the finger flip.
Yeah.
9 a.m. on Fox. Washington 5-1, 2-1 in Big Ten play. Visiting Michigan, fellas. That's a tough pick.
It is.
Who's the coin got?
Okay, the coin.
Good spin, Jerry.
Whoa, look at that. Whoa, what came off anyway?
Yeah.
Tails.
Tails going with the road
Washington.
team in
Yeah,
Washington.
okay.
Boy. Oh, I think this is an elimination game for both of these programs if they want any outside shot at postseason that these two programs would be happy with. Washington, I think, has the more dynamic quarterback. If this game was in Seattle, I would comfortably, and I mean comfortably, pick Washington.
Yeah, I agree with that.
However,
Like
Michigan just had to go to USC, freshman quarterback, right? And they didn't go well. But I think being at home, it's a little different.
Like we comfortably picked USC at home last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that work out for us? I'm taking Michigan because I can't bring myself to pick the Huskies.
Oh, one of those.
That's really what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes I just feel that way.
Me too.
Okay, Michigan will have to be able to throw the ball, and they can't. They're just not, well, they can, but they're just not very good at it. Young quarterback, they haven't really got that yet. Out of their home, that'll help. But Washington's rush defense, the numbers I looked at in the Big Ten have them the number 2 best rush defense. So that means Michigan may have trouble running the ball. And I think Washington just outscores Michigan. I just think that they can throw the ball all over the field. They got a running quarterback. They got a quarterback. They got a wide receiver and a running back. So they 3 key and they're going to win the trenches against Michigan, at Michigan, Washington easily.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a tough one. I mean, I just feel like Michigan's going to be better than they were last week on the road at USC. Is better good enough at home against Washington, who is dynamic on offense? I mean, they've got multiple facets of that offense that you have to stop. If you stop the run, they've got the pass. They got a quarterback that can run around and really create problems for you defensively to all of a sudden make a rush offense and trying to hand it off to your tailbacks, not that big of a deal because you got a quarterback that can run for 100-plus yards like he did, like Williams did last week against Rutgers. So, oh, my gosh, what do I do here? So if I go with Washington and I'm wrong and Jerry has Washington.
Yeah, but then you're still within 2 of me.
And within 2. How? Because you'd have Michigan.
Because obviously there's going to be another game we're going to pick different, and that one's going to go a different way. And yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to take one or the other. I'm going to be 3 behind one of you.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Or not. Or 2.
He's all kind of tired.
Can I defer?
You will not sleep tonight.
Can I
you know
defer
what?
this
Now
till
I'm going to
the
start calling you Mike Pretzel Jorgensen. You are so tied in knots.
Can I defer this to the end?
No, you can't.
Just can we start a new rule where the last place guy gets a deferral? I'm basically deferring to myself, so it wouldn't make sense anyway.
What'd your grandson say?
Oh, you know what? Can we go to the next game and I'll send him a quick little text message?
No.
Oh, okay.
Boy, you are really tied up on this one.
You know,
you hoped we would take the same
well,
thing.
see, here's the problem. I have a hard time taking Washington for the reason you just talked about.
That's why
Joey.
I'm picking Michigan.
Yeah.
That's literally it. I actually think Washington's going to win the game. I
and
just
yet,
can't pick them.
I just think Michigan's going to play so much better than they played against USC. USC just kind of manhandled them down there in Los Angeles. So I'm taking Washington. I'm taking the Huskies.
I'll never pick them again.
I'm taking the Huskies.
Coin,
and then it will become
Coin and
never pick 'em
Jergy
again.
and Jerry all went with Washington. Okay.
Come on, Big Blue! Get it done! All right, noon on Big Ten Network. Purdue is 2-4, 0-3 in conference, visiting Northwestern, 4-2, 2-1 in Big Ten play. Odds makers think that this is going to be an absolute slobber knocker. Within a field goal in the spread, the over/under is 45.5. Whew. Coin.
Coin. A home team, heads.
I also am going with Northwestern. I just think Northwestern has to win this game. You know, like if Northwestern doesn't win this game, chance they're not in a bowl game. I think that I think both of these teams are on the right path, but I think Northwestern at home, I'm going to give the edge to the home team.
I'm a little worried about Northwestern. They can't defend the pass. They're average against the run. Ryan Brown's pretty good QB for Purdue, but they don't have everything together. I mean, I flipped a coin on this one. That's why I flipped, and Northwestern won. I gave them that advantage, I think, because of the home field.
And Northwestern's at home, right?
And they're
what you just said.
Yeah,
I'm taking Northwestern just because of that.
Yeah,
just because they're
if they were in West Lafayette, I would take Purdue.
Okay.
Okay.
How about Ohio State, Wisconsin? Ooh. Number 1 Ohio State, 6-0. It's the 12:30 CBS game. By the way, that game's noon on Big Ten Network. The Purdue Northwestern game. Ohio State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's 2-4, 0-3 in Big Ten play. Can Wisconsin shock the world before coming to Eugene? Coin,
going back to the flip. Oh, it was tails. That's all. Okay. It was tails.
Ohio State.
I'm getting nervous now. You're talking about the. Okay.
I got Ohio State too. I think Ohio State's gonna.
Yeah, not even close.
Demolish.
Not even consideration. Ohio State. Oh, Jorgie's looking up.
Wyatt said Michigan.
Did he? Oh.
My grandson said Michigan. If Michigan wins, I'm going to be so ticked. I mean, frankly, if I would go with his picks, I'd have a 2-game lead on you guys overall, but I just have ignored them. So
let's go Big Blue.
There we go.
I like your pick, Wyatt. I like your pick, bud. That's great. You're going Ohio State?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad that we're on the same page. All right, we're going to get a timeout. When we come back, a discussion about proper football broadcast booth attire. Keep it here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
This is Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack along with Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen here in the Country Financial Studio, getting ready to head to New Jersey. We got some picks to make, a little more preview of Oregon and Rutgers coming. So far, a key game in terms of how we will each be feeling on the flight home tomorrow is Washington and Michigan. Perhaps a couple other games where things will be different. 12:30 on Peacock. Michigan State sitting at 3-3, winless in conference. Visits now number 3 ranked Indiana, 6-0, 3-0 in Big Ten play. Coin
doesn't even want to. Coin, please don't screw this up. Oh, the visitor.
All right.
The coin. Down goes the coin.
Yes, big time.
Down goes the coin. How much does Indiana win by? Is my question.
Yep.
Indiana.
They are rolling.
By a bunch.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. By $8.5 million.
That's a bunch. That was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. Now, we talk about picks, and then I don't know what the temperature is going to be like when we're at Iowa, but it's supposed to be 72 degrees at kickoff for Penn State and Iowa. So, Georgie, what would you wear
to
that game?
Well,
Like
if it's 72, it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's shorts.
Okay, but what if it was like 22?
Still obvious.
It's still obvious.
It's shorts.
Right. Okay.
You just got to pad up the upper body. That's the
So
key.
I asked Chris Carlin this because the voice of the Scarlet Knights, in his Twitter bio, says pants wearer. So I asked him
So
why.
he's anti.
Well, let's find out. If you missed it yesterday, I asked him why. Scott? Pants wearer.
I would contend that there is no word in the English language that is consistently more funny if you use it than pants. Just what it means. And I took that from David Letterman because of the name of his company was Worldwide Pants.
Yep.
And I think pants is funny. That's all.
Okay.
And when we put that in there, it was just, I'm a pants wearer. That's what I do. Yeah.
That's great.
Put that in the bio.
I ask because our longtime color analyst, Mike Jorgensen, has never worn pants at a football game. He always wears shorts. He has worn shorts every game for now 36 years. And this Saturday, he will be wearing shorts, Chris. So if you see a guy in shorts, you'll be like, oh, that's Georgie. Now we know.
I respect that. And I would not say I am a dedicated pants wearer in that I will not wear shorts at all. I will wear shorts at every turn. I might be the guy that at one point you would have seen outside shoveling snow in shorts.
Well done.
But there does have to be a certain temperature threshold that will shift it over for me.
I mean, shout out to Chris Carlin.
That was
appreciated
good.
that. Yeah.
That was great detail. I mean,
Yeah.
that just rolled off like he's had this discussion 100 times just to explain people.
Well, if you couldn't see his face when I brought it up, he just went, "Oh no." So there you go.
That's great.
But he, like you, would be shoveling snow in shorts.
Yeah, it's just what you do, in boots, in shorts,
Right.
too. I mean,
Credit to
course.
David Letterman, too.
Yeah.
I like that.
How about
I
that?
like that.
So
I may have to change my Twitter profile on that. In
shorts
shorts.
wearer. Glad we could do this for everybody
Thank you.
today.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
That's good stuff. 4:00 on Peacock. Penn State 3-3, 0-3 in Big Ten play, visiting Iowa. Iowa's 4-2, 2-1 in Big Ten play. Guys, odds makers think there might not be 40 points scored in this game. The over/under's 40.5. Coin. Good save, by the way. That was
Heads.
Home team
Iowa.
in Iowa. I mean, I just with all of the turmoil at Penn State, I just can't bring myself to pick Penn State. I just think Iowa at home always really solid in every game. New quarterback for Penn State. It wouldn't shock me if crazy things happen just like we saw with UCLA, right? Like, you just never know how a team will react in this way, but I think the smart pick is Iowa, so I'm going to go Iowa on their home field. It's home field.
Too many unknowns in this one. How's Penn State going to respond?
Right.
Pardon me. I really believe that this Penn State football team was more around and behind James Franklin probably than the boosters were. So I think it kind of maybe affected them in a negative way. All right. So and then Aller goes down. So there's a lot of things going on, guys. I think Penn State is scrambling right now and don't know where they are or what they're going to do. And I think Iowa at home kind of sticks it to them a little bit.
Yeah. Jerry, I agree with you, but I also think back and go, well, look where UCLA was in all this deal. I mean, and how they responded against the Penn State team that, was coming off a tough loss, double overtime to Oregon. But it was one of those ones where it's like, okay, geez, does Penn State just rebound and all of a sudden a Tim Skipper and Jerry Neuheisel type of situation happens at Penn State and they come and they open it up and they do all kinds of new things. I don't think they do. I think they do the same things that they're doing right now in the last 2 or 3 games. I think they're going to have a hard time mentally recovering from what's happened this last week. I think Iowa's just a really solid team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with a backup quarterback, if I'm Penn State, I wouldn't want to be heading into Kinnick Stadium to play Iowa. And so I'm taking the Hawkeyes.
Yeah. I think that's a smart pick.
I don't know that
too many unknowns, like you
Too
said,
many
Jim,
unknowns.
for me to take Penn State.
The smart money, I think, has to be on Iowa. But
I think the difference between Penn State and UCLA in the coaching changes, I'm not sure that UCLA's team had the backing of their head coach. And when they made that change, it was like, okay, we got a new coach. Now we can do some things. I think Penn State was just the opposite. I think they liked their coach, and so I think that's the biggest difference.
There you go.
Unknowns.
We continue with some picks. We've got next up 4 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, Maryland 4-2, 1-2 in Big Ten play.
Really good team, by the way.
Sure, making the cross-country trek to UCLA. Now sitting at 2-4, 2-1 in Big Ten play.
And playing good football.
Maryland, losers of 2 straight, Coin.
I know what I want the Coin to pick. I mean, I'm part of the Coin's decision. Okay, good pick. Home team.
Home team?
Yeah, home team.
Wow.
Yeah, UCLA.
Okay.
Good pick.
So Maryland, yes, a good team. Just lost 24-20. Had to host Washington and was up big. Ended up losing.
Up 20-0.
As Jorgie has continued to remind us.
Did you pick Maryland?
Not in that game. I don't think I did.
And then to go a step further, lost a tough one to Nebraska, 34-31. I think this is the toughest pick of the week because there's still so many unknowns with UCLA, and Maryland has been right there in so many games. Bruins.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tough pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I just
UCLA
has life.
They average pass defense, bad run defense. Malik Washington can throw the ball around. Maryland can throw the ball, and their run game is okay. I still don't believe that UCLA is as good as beating Penn State. I think Penn State, coming off that Oregon loss, the travel, they finally got it together, and you can see they could play pretty good football, but it was too late. They ran out of time. I still don't believe in UCLA, so I'm going Maryland.
Oh, okay. There's a maybe. I'm going to say maybe. I could go deeper in the pool real quick if I don't get this one right. UCLA. I'm taking UCLA.
Wow.
I didn't feel like it was a tough pick.
Remember when I told you that you and I were going to end up being right in the exact same spot?
Yeah, UCLA's playing some really good football right now. Maryland is not struggling, but they're not winning, and now they've got to go all the way across country against a Rose Bowl that might be filled for this game. Okay, that's a reach, but at the same time, there might be a lot more fans there to watch this UCLA team that, frankly, is pretty entertaining now. That's the thing about it. They're entertaining. They're fun to watch. So, anyhow, Bruins all the way.
But Dusty is in the house. Dusty, UCLA, Maryland.
Maryland!
Yes!
Wow.
Okay. I feel better about my pick. Don't? Oh, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
We got one more to pick. Let's take a timeout here. Come back. Make that USC Notre Dame pick.
That's the tough one to me.
Battle.
That's the tough one.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I won't interrupt you. I'll let you continue on with what you're getting ready to do.
Mike Icebath Jorgensen. Jerry Pickham Allen.
Oh.
I'm just Joey, and we're back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
We know you turn to the Duck Store for all your game day needs. And for students at the University of Oregon, it's even more. Class supplies, jobs, a seat on our board, a place to take a quick coffee break. Because we're your student-first, non-profit college store, every purchase you make directly supports the very community we serve. From working at our counters to studying in the classroom, from directing our stores to cheering in the stands, the people we serve, the students, are the very people who are the Duck Store.
More Duck Insider coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle.
Or forget extra diapers.
You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Just,
oh, yeah. Well, I have a chance to go up really big this week.
So do I.
Or go way down this week.
Yeah, well, here's what's going to happen.
I just don't feel good.
Here's what's going to happen. Maryland's going to win. Michigan's going to win. And then we're going to be right back where we started.
Could very well happen.
Now, the determining factor could be this one. USC and Notre Dame. We've got Oregon and Rutgers preview coming up. All right, 4:30 on NBC and Peacock. Number 20 USC sitting at 5-1, visiting Notre Dame. Number 13 Notre Dame now, 4-2 on the season. The loss to Miami, 27-24 to open the year. The loss to Texas A&M, 41-40 in a shootout. Since then, a drubbing of Purdue, a win at Arkansas, a drubbing of Boise State, a drubbing of NC State. Meanwhile, USC's only loss at Illinois by 2 points.
Elimination game, isn't it? Somewhat.
It is.
I think it's an elimination game, yeah. Well,
maybe not for USC.
I say that. Maybe not for USC. But for Notre Dame, I think you're right.
Notre Dame, certainly.
Yeah.
It's a must win for Notre Dame.
Who's Coin got?
Coin has got the home team.
Home team.
L'Arèche.
And I will defer.
You can't defer. You cannot.
Did we? Thank you. That was nice.
That was a nice flip.
Nice
to
flip.
the side.
You know, these really have been a good addition.
Yes, they have.
To the set, just to be able to throw them at Scott. I think that Notre Dame's going to win. I keep thinking that USC's going to have the game where they come back down to earth a little bit, and I've picked against USC a few times, and it hasn't gone my way. But I think Notre Dame is better defensively than perhaps any team that USC has seen this season. USC is really athletic. I think Mayava's a good quarterback. I think they're going to score points. I'm going to give the edge to the home team, Notre Dame.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good game.
I mean, Notre Dame is close to being undefeated.
Yes.
I mean, against two really good teams. I mean, my only issue with Notre Dame is they give up a lot of yards through the air, 245 yards through the air every game. Their rush defense is really good. They They're very efficient, 50% on third down. This is an efficient football team. I think it's a really good football team. USC's number 1 passing, number 2 rushing, but they're missing 2 key running backs, injuries. So they're into a freshman. Yeah. It's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame knows they have to win or there's no playoffs. I'm going Irish as well.
Oh, my God. Would somebody please take USC and make me feel good about about doing that?
Go ahead and pick USC.
Go ahead and pick USC.
Oh, I can't.
Why not? Why? Here's what could happen.
I could potentially be 5 behind.
No, well, you're already down.
Only 2.
Only? Okay. Here's what could happen. If UCLA wins, if Washington wins, you're in it.
Right, yeah, if. What if the opposite happens?
You were already in last place.
But only by 2.
All right.
I mean,
who do you think is going to win?
I think.
No, I'm not asking who you're going to pick.
I'm picking. Let me get that out of the way.
I want to know.
I'm picking Notre Dame. Okay.
I want to know who you think is going to win.
USC is going to win.
I'm ready to leave. I need to get out of here.
I think USC is going to win, but I'm picking Notre Dame.
You should pick USC.
No. Because I think Maryland might win too, but I'm picking UCLA.
So can I ask a question?
I'll vote yes.
I mean,
he said he thinks USC is going to win. So I think that means he's picking them. All in favor?
No, you can't vote my pick. You can't pick my pick. I pick my pick.
But you're saying watch, when USC wins, he's going to be so mad.
But all I have to say is what my pick is, not who I think.
Who do you think is going to win? Protect the integrity of pick 'em.
I've already said that, but I told you who I'm picking. That's my final answer. Okay. My final answer.
Jerry already phoned a friend.
You see why I'm having bad dreams at night about this stuff?
I called a friend to come get me out of here.
If USC wins, you would close the gap, and you should have gone with who you think is going to win the game.
You'll have a nightmare.
I'll be happy to tread water for another week. Okay.
If USC wins that game, you will be sleepless on Saturday night, Sunday morning, because you'll be going.
I will be, but
because here's the deal: right now you can't catch me.
This week.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can't catch either one of us.
When you started to say Notre Dame and I saw Dusty shake his head yes, like he was agreeing with you, then, hey, he's the man right there, okay? I mean, he's our driver, too, which is why I also went with him. So.
Dusty did get the coin back to 500, barely, with 3 and 2 as the coin.
Yeah, coin went first.
Hey.
Confidently taking Notre Dame.
Wow. He is Mike Icebath Jorgensen. Jerry Pick'em
Shorts wearer.
I'm Joey Mack. 1:30 pregame tomorrow. See ya.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more.